Parents, if your child is dealing with anxiety or emotional dysregulation, I want you to watch this video. At Maximize Chiropractic, you're never going to see us diagnose your child with a condition like anxiety. We're going to look at things on a very different platform because we view and manage health very differently. We look at this as more of a emotional dysregulation. Dysregulation meaning the body's not regulating its performance properly. Now, I want to tell you a story about a practice member by the name of Chase. His mom found us online through a directory, the Pediatric Experience. She's up at night, searching night by night because she's exhausted the actual efforts that she's done with the supplementation route, with the change in how she communicates with her son, with all the different things that she has done on a holistic and whole body approach, have unfortunately not exhausted the symptoms that she's bringing her son in for. Now, Chase did amazing with care, and we were able to identify the stress, we were able to measure the stress, and we were able to see great changes in his body's performance. But when mom first brought him in, it wasn't just anxiety and a dysregulation of his emotions. There were challenges with muscle tone and coordination of movement, digestive issues, sleep issues, and a compulsiveness that was really controlling his life. We see very commonly that there are multiple symptoms that lead to these diagnostic impressions. And through this video, you're going to understand a little bit better on how the nervous system can alter performance for the body's function. Now, in our country, 1 in 8 children are dealing with mental health conditions such as anxiety. It is the number one condition that we see for brain-based disorders in our youth. Now, to combat this challenge, medical doctors are doing their best. They are prescribing medication to adjust the symptomatology, but a lot of parents aren't willing to do that particular approach because oftentimes the side effects that come with it. So if you're looking for an alternative and your child is struggling with this dysregulation of their emotions and stress, and it's affecting their school, affecting their communication with their peers, it's causing issues at home, these are things that you're going to really want to focus on. Now, in a pediatric chiropractic office, we first look at alternative viewpoints on how the body gets to this stress. Now, we oftentimes look at the nervous system as the causative factor because your nervous system is designed to really adapt to its environment. You have the sympathetic nervous system, which is fight and flight, what we reference as the gas pedal. You have the parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest, oftentimes relaxing the tone of the body. The body is designed to move back and forth through those neurological pathways based on their environment, meaning that fight and flight, oftentimes, which is leading to anxiety, that's a good thing. Your body's designed to get you out of harm's way when it's necessary. But when the entire life has been stuck in that sympathetic dominant presentation, there's oftentimes an evolution of symptoms that we start to see. Now, in my practice, what I see most commonly is that when parents bring their children in with anxiety stressors, they've oftentimes seen stress prior to this diagnostic impression. They've observed stress at high levels during their pregnancy journey. During their actual birth journey, there was a lot of intervention. Now, that intervention causes stress to the actual spine and nervous system. See, stress is often a challenge with the vagus nerve, which sits up at the top of the neck. That can be caused by physical distress during the birth process. That can be very minimally observed with colic, challenges with breastfeeding, issues that really are showing a predominance that the body's not performing properly. Now, when we look at anxiety, oftentimes there is a breakdown of different systems that aren't working properly. So with Chase, we were seeing respiratory distress, the inability to control breathing. We were seeing elevated heart rates. We were seeing changes in digestion and constipation. We were seeing the ill effects on muscle tone and failure to thrive within the coordination aspect of his life. Now, as we get through this, our goal really is to measure where stress resides in the nervous system. And that's important because instead of just taking symptoms from a parent and then diagnosing a condition in which we treat that condition with a medication, as a pediatric chiropractor, I'm looking for physical, chemical, and emotional stress that can lead the nervous system to a dysregulated state. See, in the situation with Chase, when we measured his nervous system through an HRV, which is heart rate variability, we saw that his autonomic nervous system was not performing as it should, very low performance. His body was stuck in that sympathetic dominant stance, which then contributed distress to other organ systems because the sympathetic nervous system is designed to get you out of harm's way. It's going to alter your breathing patterns. It's going to change your cardiovascular function so blood starts flowing to the limbs and arms so that you can get out of harm's way. And when this is a stuck situation, it's a thing that we call neuroplasticity, where the body goes right back to what it knows best because it's pre-programmed to do so if it's been in a very stressful environment for a long period of time. Now, through this, we are trying to measure, and then we are creating an individualized, personalized care plan for each individual because even though the diagnosis may be the same, the overall approach is very different. See, in chiropractic, we are measuring performance of the nervous system, developing a care plan to correct the condition, and allowing the body to heal itself. As care goes forward, we're seeing changes in the body's presentation. Mom's been noting improvements with his emotional adaptability, showing less compulsiveness, improvements in running and activities with his sports, showing an improvement in sleep, in more regular bowel movements with digestion. Now that's because the chiropractic adjustment works with the spine and then alters how that brain and body start to communicate together. See, these conditions are common in our country. We're in a fast-paced world, always fight and flight, go, 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 and our children are now seeing the effects. Now, if you are a parent who is looking for an alternative and you have exhausted your efforts and you're looking to first measure where this dysregulation occurs, give our office a call. Look at our bio below, take a look at our website for new patient appointments, and let's start this journey so that we can help you first understand how they got to this point. You can then have an action plan through a care plan and actually understand what's necessary, and you can understand all the questions before you start this journey.